Welcome everybody to a look at another Warner Brothers Archive Collection release, and it is 1948's Adventures of Don Juan. So this is directed by Vincent Sherman, who have had a couple of films from before, the likes of Affair in Trinidad and The Garment Jungle, a pair of really rather good film noirs. So this is a swashbuckling adventure romance, clocking in at 106 minutes long. Stars the likes of Errol Flynn, who was in the similar The Adventures of Robin Hood, as well as Edge of Darkness, and this also stars Viveka Lindfors, who was in the likes of Dark City, Creepshow, The Exorcist 3, Stargate, and The Hand. Quite a varied career on her part. Also stars Robert Douglas, who was in Ivanhoe, Thunder on the Hill, and Fair Wind to Java, which was actually the last film I watched in 2023. And it also stars Alan Hale, who was also in The Adventures of Robin Hood, as he starred alongside Errol Flynn in several films, as well as They Drive By Night and The Last Days of Pompeii. So this is about Spanish Lothario, Don Juan, the legendary lover and adventurer who returns to Spain following a scandal and comes to the aid of his queen, who is under threat from sinister forces. So this is an overall fun mix of its genres that has some truly incredible production value in terms of the sets and the costumes, which all look superb. The cast is also really good. It is engrossing throughout. It is predominantly well paced. The cinematography is on point. The score is solid, and the action scenes are decent. Now, in comparison to the Three Musketeers, which again you can also compare to this because that's got romance elements to it, some adventure, some swashbuckling. I don't prefer it quite as much to that film as I think the likes of what was he called? The guy that was singing in the rain. Forgotten. Hang on, I've got the Blu-ray here. Gene Kelly. That's it. So yeah, I overall preferred this film in terms of its execution and general vibe that it had going for it. But this still had really great, excellent, really rather great sets and costumes. The sets in particular do make me pine for big production value films having impressive looking practical aspects to them, because the sets are vast. They're not only just large in terms of their scope, but they're also really well tall. They're really well used in terms of the action scenes, and yeah, it does make you wish for that kind of thing to come back. Whereas nowadays, obviously, you have like barely anything to reference your actors on in terms of physical aspects. Usually just a small platform, and then the rest of it's green screen. So yeah, in terms of that kind of thing, does make me wish for that kind of thing to return. But the action scenes aren't quite as good as Three Musketeers, and as much as Errol Flynn is really rather great in the lead role, he isn't quite as charming or as athletic as Gene Kelly was in the Three Musketeers. But overall, it's still a really well worth watching effort. But yeah, it's slightly below Three Musketeers in terms of my rating, but it still gets 4 out of 5, which is plenty good enough as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, there's a disc. And we've got a whole host of extras on this. So, by the way, we've got a commentary by director Vincent Sherman and historian Rudy Belmer. We've got Warner Night at the Movies, 1948 Short Subjects Gallery, which is a vintage newsreel by Oscar-nominated Joe McDuke's comedy short. Oh no, Subjects Gallery, which is a vintage newsreel, and then we've got an Oscar-nominated short, So You Want to Be on the Radio, and as well as an Oscar-nominated travel short, Calgary Stampede, and then a classic cartoon, Hair Splitter, and also the theatrical trailer for this as well. So, yeah, good amount of extras on that. Even more than what Three Musketeers had, to be honest. But yeah, like with these Warner Brothers releases, they are quite basic in terms of their physical presentation. You just get the artwork, and that's it. Yeah, there's nothing else really there to go for it. So, which is a bit of a shame. I do wish that they'd put a little bit more effort into the physical aspects of these films, because these were originally released by the likes of HMV via the Premium Collection, and you got a slipcover. You usually got a poster or art cards or even a booklet at times. You usually also got them on double discs, so you had a Blu-ray and a DVD. I don't personally care for that kind of thing, but some people do. And yeah, they just overall looked a lot more impressive in terms of their physical attributes. But still, most of these films do have good special features on them, so they do have that going for it. But yeah, on the whole, that just does not look as impressive as what HMV were putting out. So, yeah, but I am still impressed by these series of films that they have put out. I haven't disliked any of them so far. We have two more that were released in January of this year so far. So we'll be getting to them at some point. I think they were Fury and Escape from Fort Bravo. So I'm looking forward to seeing both of those, especially Fury, as that is actually rated a 12, which, considering it's a mid-30s film, is kind of surprising because, yeah, this was rated a PG. Um, Escape from Fort Bravo is rated a PG. Of the 50-Foot Woman is also rated a 12, but I can kind of see why that is. But yeah, still looking forward to seeing those two. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you've seen this one before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.